And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie.
And y'all just got a sneak peek on our guesses.
Yes, sir. Yes, she looks a whole lot better than us.
Yeah, but that's okay. We'll make it through. People keep coming back to watch us anyway.
Yeah. We say good morning. It is Wednesday. That makes it what day?
Hump day in the house.
Oh, Conahata is already up this morning. The cows are mooing and the chickens are clucking, and, well, everything's getting along today. Becky, how in the world you? Carl joins us. Wayne is up this morning.
Charlene, DJ Barfield is in the house.
You know, I mentioned a moment ago that Trump is still yet, and it's supposed to happen by the time the National Convention comes, the Republican National Committee, him announcing who it's going to be. They say, what is the number one question that Trump must have if you're his VP? What's your guess? It's one thing that stands above it all.
Cojones.
More or less would be that. Loyalty is what he is saying, which Pence did not have.
No, he didn't.
So who's it going to be? I still can't. I like
Tim Scott.
Tim's good,
I really do.
But is Tim going to bring any extra votes he doesn't already have? Is my question.
You know, I don't know. Tim's straightforward character, but he's got politician. So is Trump going to go with somebody who is business oriented more than politically oriented? Is he going to go with someone who has been in the political field before?
You know, and like Angela, I like Ben Carson, but I don't think Ben would bring that vote. But Ben could be placed in another slot to lead something that's really, really good.
Ben has a job there.
He's a good guy.
Without a doubt. But Ben doesn't have the grit.
He's he's real soft-spoken.
He was my actual very first choice.
I thought you were supposed to say you went to college with him.
No, we wasn't on the same level. He's way up here. I started watching that movie about him, and I hadn't finished it, but I want to finish it because it looked like it was good. But when Ben announced that he was running for president, I said, well, it's over for me. That's who I'm going to support. And then Trump came down the escalator. And that's when I said, okay, Trump's got my vote. We need him. I look back. I got some paperwork in the mail. I look back. And if you've got retirement accounts, go look at them. From 5 years ago to now. I'm not going to tell you how much money I've lost.
I had somebody else brought that up to me this week that went, woof.
But, yeah, we're talking, there's some money gone.
Yeah, the retirements are hurt.
Years. Yeah, and I don't want to be a government
handout there.
A handout.
Here's another challenge that Trump has thrown out there. Of course, we saw this during the debate. He kept bringing up Trump's golf game. Trump says, if you think you're so bad, come on. He's challenged him to an 18-hole round of golf.
For $1 million.
And he come back with something that said he had to run the country.
Oh, I forgot what I was doing.
Isn't there certain people, if you call them chicken, it sets them off, where you go, and they give in, and we saw that, Back to the Future? He couldn't handle it if he got called chicken.
That's it. Oh. Now, Terry, you brought up a great point. Vivek Ramaswamy, I believe that's how
he was a smart guy.
He is, and I don't know if he's on the short list, but now he was a name.
We're talking about his height.
That could do.
That's ugly.
But now he'll have something to do in Trump's administration. I'm with you on that 100%.
But Odie, I can just hear me now messing his name up. Let's go to Vice President Ramaswamy.
That's the first time you've done it.
That's true too. Rump row. George Stephanopoulos, if I said his name, did I say that right?
Yeah.
He's saying, whoops, I shouldn't have said that Biden got smoked. He said he was walking off and someone asked him and he let it out that he'd been just beaten, and he goes, I wish I could take that back. You know why he says that? ABC got all over him.
Yeah.
They said, no. We did. They released a statement saying ABC did not say this. It was George that said it. So he's having to backtrack because of his job, understandably.
He doesn't need. That's what gets me. Somebody like him, Stephanopoulos, does not need the money. So why are you peddling?
Power, Odie. Power.
But he doesn't have it.
Well, you do on television, on a national scene. You go somewhere, they know who you are. That kind of. He wants that.
Well, look at what you've done. You've got your own show, and you're more powerful. I hate to say it.
No, I'm not powerful.
Yeah. He could do the same thing if he was to be kicked off of ABC.
He could do his own thing like Tucker, is what you're saying.
Exactly. And he could still maintain that power. But why does he suck up to them? I just don't.
They must be paying him a good paycheck.
It. Bob said, ABC, another Biden commentator.
Here's one for you. He was the president was addressing NATO, and he almost made a boo-boo. He almost read the directions that were on the teleprompter, and he caught himself and changed.
They're in parentheses for a reason there.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I don't know if y'all saw this in the news last week. It seems like I brought it up. It was a wealthy couple that had gone shopping at a shopping mall. The wife was killed. They were targeted, and as they dig deep into this, they've made an arrest. And you want to know why? And we'll use the word thugs on this because they watched them. They saw that she had an expensive watch and that her bags were from an expensive store that she had went in. So they followed them around the mall until they made their plot to take them down. So with all that being said, watch what you do. Just be aware of those surroundings, and you can't always see something coming up from behind you. But used to in America, if you had wealth, you wore your Rolex, you went out, you drove your Lincoln, your Cadillac. Nowadays, you gotta buy Yugo to hide it because you'll get hurt.
Old fella said he saw a guy in a Corvette, and he goes, "Man," he said, "that is a beautiful car." He said, how do you get one? And the guy says, "There's two things you got to remember in life. One, if you want it, work hard for it.
Okay.
Two, stay away from crazy women."
How's that working out?
Ain't so good. I don't got no Corvette.
The one I loved back then, George Jones, is all I hear. When I hear Corvette, that's all I think of. Honolulu taking a step, and will this be a sign of the future for police departments? They're offering a signing bonus. I'm not quite sure this amount of money in Hawaii is worth a whole lot, but they're offering a $25,000 signing bonus to become a police officer there. But everything that I hear about Hawaii is the living expense is atrocious.
Oh, yeah.
So you and Dog, the bounty hunter, you might be homeless over there. I don't know what that would buy.
I don't know. Amy likes to watch these remodel places, fixer-upper shows. And I was sitting there watching one with her, and it was a Hawaii episode. There's a couple that does flips, I guess.
Redoing Higgins' house?
Yeah. And they bought this little house, and it was like a split level type house. I'm talking about if you had one of those over here, top dollar, you'd get $40,000 for it.
Yeah.
Not even in good shape, needing a lot of work, they paid over $1 million for this.
Oh, boy.
And I'm going, now you got to fix it up, and you've got to sell it. And, 1.5 to make a $200,000 profit.
They're very expensive.
Yeah.
Scotty Ray and Odie coming up. We'll find out all about the distinguished young women. All that's happening next. She's beautiful. You'll love her. Hattiesburg is in the house with us this morning. We'll be right back.
Call Trey Long with Long Cleaning Solutions. 601-934-9427. Step into the spotless world of Long Cleaning Solutions. Feel the power of our one-of-a-kind solution perfected by Trey Long. Don't delay. Get results today. Call Trey Long at Long Cleaning Solutions, 601-934-9427.
Health Now is your locally owned medical equipment store. Every person's need is a little different, and they offer a little bit of everything from hospital beds, wheelchairs, reclining back wheelchairs, breathing treatments, CPAPs and supplies. They even have walkers, bath products, and oxygen. And the great thing about Health Now is they offer same-day service. They're open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and on call 24/7. Health Now Medical Equipment, where we treat our patients like family.
If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike Reed has years of experience dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, will travel. And welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. And as always, we welcome folks that are here in Meridian, especially we've got a big event coming in Meridian. Let's turn some mics on and go to camera 2 as we welcome Miss Sadie. How in the world are you doing?
I'm great today. Tired, but good.
Sadie Perkins, you're from Hattiesburg?
Yes, sir.
And I couldn't help but ask her as she came. I said, is that a family name? Who were you named after now?
My great aunt. So it was my mom's dad's sister.
It's on down in the family there somewhere. It's a beautiful name, and we're so glad to have you. What do you do?
So I'm the Distinguished Young Woman of Mississippi for 2024.
Yeah.
And DYW is a scholarship opportunity for junior girls, and it's a one chance, and you go and you compete at your local, and then you compete in Meridian, and you compete for scholarship dollars. And that's actually, I'm going to the University of Alabama. And
Woo, Roll Tide?
Yeah, Roll Tide. And when I won Mississippi, I got a full ride to Alabama.
That is wonderful.
They offer it to all the state winners.
That's good. Your parents, I bet, love this.
Oh, yeah.
I'd go to Alabama with a full ride, too.
I know. And my whole family's state fans, though.
Oh, I bet there's some. Oh.
Yeah. So my dad's going to have to get a shirt that says Hail Tide. So he's going to mix it up or something.
Yeah, there you go.
That's cute. Y'all may have to
know.
patent that.
I know. I don't know if he'll actually wear it, though. He would wear Hail State all day, but not Roll
Oh,
Tide.
he's got to support his baby.
Yeah.
And we're tickled. So school will be starting. How soon do y'all go back to college?
So I'll get back from this week on Sunday, and I'll have like 3 weeks left before I leave.
Oh.
I know.
Well, tell us about the event that's going on in Meridian that you're representing. When does it happen and all this add up?
So the girls stay for 1 week, and they stay with host families, and then they get like a driver. And everybody that works for DYW is a volunteer also. So shout out to them. They give up a whole entire week to be with these girls.
Have they been feeding you good?
Oh, my goodness. They've been feeding us very good. That's what I was telling. So at Nationals, we got 75 chicken nuggets for 50 girls. And I was sitting there like, Mississippi would never do this to us. So, I mean, they feed us really well. And they come on Sunday, and they go to an orientation, and then they get put with random strangers for a week. And it's a lot of fun. They get to do, like last night we had a red carpet event where we danced all night with the DJ and everything.
No wonder you're tired.
Yeah, that's why I'm tired. And then we rehearse all day, and then they do a lot of
So y'all do
community
the Funky
service.
Cold Medina? Is that a dance still?
Funky Cold? No, I've not heard of that one.
Oh, we used to have some
The
fun
Funky
with some
Cold-
funky
Well,
Cold
it was
Medina.
Tone Loc.
Tone Loc, yeah.
The Funky Cold Medina.
I've
Look
heard
it
that
up.
song, I think.
Yeah.
We had the best music and all that good stuff.
Y'all did have the best music, I will admit.
So you had a driver bring you out today?
Yes, sir. She's
So
in
you
the car
stuck
right
them
now.
on
And she didn't come up? We could have had coffee with her and interrogated
She
her.
wanted to listen on line, so she's probably listening.
Oh, well, good.
Yes, I have a driver all week, and another fun thing we do is a Western night, and we do karaoke, and so it's very
Scotty Ray
fun.
can sing.
I love to sing.
So with that being said, what type of music do you like best? Are you more in the country or whatever they call it now? What is your thing?
My thing, okay, I do like country music. I'm actually going to a Parker McCollum concert in July 18th.
Me and Odie would go,
We don't know.
Who?
Kind of like Tone Loc. Who?
But I do like country music, but I would say I really am an old soul. My dad loves U2, the band U2.
Yeah.
So we've been to a ton of concerts for U2, so I love U2. And what else do I like?
I mean, we just met each other, but that's okay. I get it. I have never listened to
They're
YouTube.
great.
Is it YouTube or what?
YouTube.
And a 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
That must. My wife, I bet, listened to that.
She did. She's
Okay.
Probably.
She's a little bit more hip than me.
smart. Just a little bit.
I was country, and country wasn't cool.
You were country when a country ain't country.
So, what is the big event? When does all of this happen?
So it happens tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 7:30. You can buy tickets online or in person. But the greatest thing is a lot of people think it's a pageant, and it's not. We call it an organization because it's based off your academics. And you do an academics portion, a talent portion, an interview, and then an onstage question. So it really prepares you for a job. And I like to say that I'll never walk into another interview without experience. And so that's the great thing about it. And I credit all of it to DYW.
So, I have to ask, what was your talent?
So I did a jazz dance to Whitney Houston, I Want to Dance with Somebody.
I want to dance.
Wow.
Yeah, it was very energetic. Someone said U2 is the greatest band
Yes.
ever. I agree.
Great.
There's old Greg out there. So, distinguished young women, and you're going through and preparing yourself for your next stage in life. You've got a full ride at Alabama.
Yes,
So
sir.
you did this because obviously your grades are outstanding. So what is your field that you are going to go into?
So I'm majoring in kinesiology and minoring in dance.
You know what that is? That's your
No.
arms moving and your
Yes.
knees moving.
Kinesiology. So I want to be an occupational therapist.
I knew what that was.
Yes. So I want to be an occupational therapist with special needs children.
Well, that is a
Yeah.
good goal.
Yeah. So I
Man.
want to minor in dance and pair it with special ed, because dance and occupational therapy really go hand in hand.
Well,
So,
that is great.
yeah.
Yes.
I'm excited.
So, are your folks up this morning? You want to say hi to them?
Maybe. Hi, Mom, Dad, and Emmy. Probably not, though. My dad might be up, but my mom is a late riser.
Oh, is she? Now we know there.
Now
She-
we know,
She,
but-
I bet she hogs all the covers, too.
Well,
Probably.
they can see this anytime, so they can go back and watch your whole entire interview along with the entire country of the great USA, and along with, what are we up to now, 37 other countries watching?
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's up there.
So,
So, how do we go back getting tickets to come watch y'all? What do you do?
You can buy them online at dyw.ms or dyw.org, and then you can also buy them in person online. And it's at the Evangel Temple, and it's a great production. If you have any little girls that want to come watch or grandchildren, take them out to come see us, because it's a lot of fun. And the girls are really great role models. They're all really intelligent, and they answer questions about, I feel like y'all would find this interesting. If you make top 10, you answer questions about politics.
Oh.
It's AI from Gaza to climate change. It's a lot of topics for young people, but I know more about the election and politics than a lot of my peers do.
Oh, I could tell when you sat down this morning, you knew a little about what's going on in the
Yes.
nation. You're up on it.
Yes,
And you have to study on that
I
part.
have to, and for the past few months, for like probably 6 months, I've had to go through each hot topic and deep dive into it and try to figure out what side I'm on, and while giving someone an answer that I don't know what side they're on. So it's just,
In other
something
words,
I
she's
have
trying
to
to be
do.
politically correct in her
Yes.
answers. And in life, everything is that way.
But you know what else I heard out of that statement?
What did you hear?
Is she's studying the subject, and she's making her own decision.
Ah, that's
Mm-hmm.
good. That's good.
And whatever side you on, you have thought that through, and I think that's something that makes you stand out amongst a lot of people out there nowadays.
I
Yeah.
just noticed this standing out. You two are wearing the same color shirt. It just
We
hit
are.
me.
And it
Smart
says-
people hang out a lot.
yours doesn't say be your best self, though.
No, it
We
doesn't.
have to get you one.
Yes, be my best self.
Yeah,
There
that's
you
what
are.
Look at there.
DYW's motto.
You see
a
Oh,
little
there
bit
you are.
better there.
Yeah, whoop whoop. What do we call it? Is that fuchsia?
Fuchsia or coral. It's like coral.
Coral. There we go.
Coral. That's the right word.
Y'all don't bring Carl into this so early.
He hadn't done nothing for us.
How much are tickets? Let's ask that.
So I think there's a deal this year that you can buy
Oh.
all 3 nights for like $50, but there's like $25 a night.
Okay.
We also
Not
run.
bad.
Yeah, we run off of sponsors. So all of it is volunteers and sponsors, and how we get our money and our scholarship money is by our gold sponsors who donate money for us to be able to go to college and use. And so I did get my full ride to Bama, but I also got $13,000 through the DYW program. So I have that plus my Alabama scholarship.
Well, that'll help you get by.
And you
Yes.
can use that for renting an apartment if you need to,
Yeah.
or something. So that's
or my
that's great.
master's or anything. And so-
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah,
You
Chick-fil-A.
gotta have
Boy.
that, like, not well. Do you know who your sponsors are? Can you mention them?
Yeah, so we have Bell G and Liberty Shop who are here in Meridian, and they offer a lot of clothes for
Right.
me and a lot of the contestants. And yesterday we actually had an autograph party with them, and so they're great sponsors. And then we get our gas from, I think it's Barry's Gas, and so they go there, and all the drivers get their gas reimbursed there. And then actually my parents this year are sponsoring a girl that is gonna be the third runner-up, and they're sponsoring money for them. And
That's great.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think it just shows how much my parents believe in it and how much they've seen it develop me as a person and give me
Well, throw their
confidence.
name out there. They
Yes.
deserve that.
Yes, so I gave them a shout out, my mom and dad. And there's so many great people that invest in DYW, because if you just see the girls and who they are as people, you really are blown away by what they
Yes.
stand for.
Well, thank you for coming in. We certainly appreciate it. We invite everybody out Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to the Evangel Temple for the big program.
Yes.
$50 for 3 nights.
At 7:30.
Well, if you've got a daughter that is looking at doing stuff like this, or you want to show her what hard work does when it pays off, this is it. This group of women have really put a lot of work into it. We can tell by the way you hold yourself and to hear you speak. You've really got your act together. Congratulations on that. I hope you do well in life. You have a very good start. So, man, thank you for coming
Sadie,
in.
appreciate you, girl.
Thank you so much.
We know you care. But if this is all too real for you and your loved ones, make the call. Because we care too. Home instead. To us, it's personal.
The selection is always changing at Massey Supermart Auto Sales with low mileage cars and trucks. How about a 2022 Jeep Wrangler or a 2021 Honda Ridgeline Sport with only 40,000 miles? A GMC Denali or a 2024 Silverado 2500? Drop in today and find the car that you're looking for. They're packed with low mileage cars and trucks.
The low profit dealer, Massey Supermart.
For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealer's Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealer's simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealer's are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealer's Barbecue, the best in fine barbecue.
Oh yeah, I can't be looking off when we're supposed to hit the button there. Welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie, and a big thank you to Sadie for coming in this morning. We go to our top story this morning, Odie. This is just awful.
I'm almost hungry.
It makes me hungry as we find out overnight the pizza man was robbed and threatened with a gun. Stick 'em up. Give me your pizza and your wings. It happened just like that as we go here to look at this. This would be near Azalea Park Apartments. A Domino's guy went over to knock on a door, and he's standing there with pizza and wings, and he had to give up the wings. And the male subject, ran off into the night. with the pizza.
So I'm just being a criminal is not the smartest thing anyway. So you order a pizza, and then you give them your address, and when they show up, you open the door.
Well,
of your own
no.
place?
It didn't say it that way.
Okay.
He was
Okay.
knocking on the door. And
Okay.
And a guy comes up. So was it orchestrated? We don't know. Was it just the guy was hungry and smelled the chicken wings and thought, I got to have them? It could be.
Well, I mean, they do got some good chicken wings.
Yeah, it's good smelling stuff.
All right,
there.
I feel better now. I'm thinking, dumb's one thing, but that
Yeah,
would have been
it would be real
dumb.
smart to order it from your apartment and then take it from you.
Yeah, open the door. Okay.
But we're assuming on this, and again, assuming it was somebody in the parking lot that was hiding in it. No money was taken. It was all food.
But that poor fella who ordered it, now he's
hungry.
Waited 30 minutes.
Because that pizza guy ain't coming back.
What'd you call that little character that always stole the pizza? The Noid?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, he hopped right on in there for this one. Didn't he?
He did. But would you go back tonight if you were that same pizza guy? I think not.
No, it'd be like, you come get your pizza this time. I'll meet you halfway.
But if y'all remember, was it a couple years ago we had a pizza guy robbed of money and the pizza? This time it's just the pizza. But and these DoorDash folks, y'all be careful. The big thing, if you're a criminal watching at this point, they don't carry money hardly anymore because it's all done electronically. You call and it's paid for. So the food is really all you're going to get out of them.
Yeah, it's now because of stuff like this. You're going to pay for it before they make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, avoid Noid, James.
But, that's just one of those little things that went on overnight. That we had a huge fire overnight. A home was totally destroyed. And let's go to check this out. This was 13th Avenue and 16th Street, Odie, as we pull this up. Meridian Fire Department, we cannot brag on these folks enough. Look at this.
That's a fire right there. There's the old chief.
Yeah, the chief made it out for that. This was in the wee hours of the morning. We do appreciate him for everything that he done and all the guys that follow him into these fires to put this stuff out. They saved the home that was right next to it. I think this could have been in an abandoned home, but there was a structure next to it where somebody lived, and they were able to keep water on that and save the other home, and no one was hurt.
And that is great that they could save that home, because that's a lot of heat coming off that radiant heat and turn around and catch that other structure on fire.
I got more pictures, but
job.
I was delirious when I was typing all that, and
Say it ain't so.
It was way early. We'll get those up a little bit later on. We have someone missing from Jones County, a 16-year-old Odie. Let's pull this up. She is missing. Her name is Ashley Smith. She's roughly 16 years old, 5'4", 130 pounds, brown eyes, blonde hair. If you happen to see her, call 911 or the Jones County Crime Stoppers. Any of those numbers there. If you see someone who looks like her, just call any law enforcement and they'll take over from there.
Yeah. Let's get somebody out there to check just to make sure.
That's a scary little thing to have a 16-year-old. Y'all think about that.
Yeah.
Now, we don't know everything that we know about this. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
I hadn't had a chance to load the and I will, as soon as the show's over, we'll add this picture. I'm going to go to my email, and I'm just going to show you the picture that I've got from the Meridian Police Department. Then we'll go back to the story and read it verbatim, because I don't want to get this wrong. As we pull this up, this young lady here was arrested in Meridian. Her name is Aliyah Jack. She's 25 years old. She's charged with foreign warrant, fugitive holding her. Jack is wanted out of Lake Charles, Louisiana, failure to report a missing child. Now, with that being said, this is the story that I posted, and I got to say this about the police department there. They were on this and done a press conference in Lake Charles, Louisiana, quickly.
A press conference?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it lasted more than a minute in 38 seconds. It did. We pulled this up. Here it is. On July 8th, and I can't pronounce that parish, deputies were dispatched to the Vinton Welcome Center in reference to a body located in the water. During the investigation, the Marine Division recovered the body of a young child. As the investigation continued, detectives were able to identify the child as a 4-year-old boy. The detectives advised the child was last seen on Saturday with his mother and I want to say Alea Jack, 25, of Lake Charles, and with his 1-year-old brother, all at the same time. After further investigation, the detectives issued a BOLO, and this is where this would come out. The judge issued a bond at a warrant, $300,000 on her. The Meridian Police Department would get a call and go, I think we see the car near the train station. Wow. So a police officer came up to the car, spoke to one, very polite. There was nothing said, ugly, anything that looked weird, and she did not have a child with her. As the investigation goes back to this, they continued the search, and yesterday morning at around 9 a.m., deputies were called to Interstate I-10 at mile marker 10. They found the 1-year-old child lying in a ditch. Odie, by the grace of God. And if you'll listen to this interview that I've got here, the police chief is calling it the miracle baby, a gift from God. That child was not hurt, was rushed to a hospital, had been laying there roughly a day or so in the ditch by itself.
This heat.
Yes, that child is okay. Now, again, this person has not been charged with murder or anything like that. An investigation is ongoing. Where this is going, I don't know. So we're watching this very closely. She has been transferred to the Clark County Sheriff's Department, to their jail, and we're waiting to find out more information on this. It would be nice to have a press conference on this so we would learn more, or at least a good press release would be good to find out more about this. But at the end of the day, a small child is dead and a 1-year-old was found in a ditch alive. This is the mother connected with this. She has not been charged with any foul play of that. But as we go back to that,
this is like the third one in a short amount of time that deals with a mother and their own child.
Yeah. Again, as I pull this up, let me show you the charges of what's been issued right now. And again, these are the charges from the Meridian Police Department. I will put this on here in just a little bit right there. Wanted fugitive out of Lake Charles, failure to report a missing child. We'll get all of that information up here in just a little bit. And it will be more, I'm sure, coming with this.
Man, and heartbreaking for the men and women that had to go out and get this child.
Now, another big story yesterday afternoon, and we'll get into this before we move any further into other stories. Let me show you this. This is mile marker 157, the on-ramp. If you're on I-20 and you take the exit to go to Meridian or Macon, Mississippi, this is where this is. You could not see this from I-20 because it was in the curve and the trees block everything. This is the Meridian Police Department there. We've got MHP. We have many folks. I don't quite understand everything that has gone on. There hasn't been an official press release on this. But we had someone from Alabama that had a warrant of some such. We had an Alabama officer recognize him, pulled in behind him, threw some blue lights on, called the Meridian Police Department, called the Sheriff's Department, Highway Patrol, and asked for backup. Out of state, we know that person, they arrive on the scene, and the person wasn't moving. And the car is sitting up there. They're not moving. There's no movement in the car. They take their time, 30 minutes or so, approaching the car and get up there, and they would find somebody with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Now, initial reports were that they died at the scene. They were rushed. They did have movement, or let me say, vital signs. Let me word it that way. When they were taken from there, and as you'll watch the live video, as the ambulance goes by, as they were taken to Jackson. We don't know much more about it at this point, but it was a very, very serious wound. Let me word it that way, to where most everybody was thinking that it was fatal at the scene. We'll hope to find out more about that. We don't know why this person did a self-inflicted wound to themselves, what drove them to that. We don't know the backstory. And as I mentioned in there, we don't know what the warrant was about at this point. Why?
It can't be good if you'd rather take your life than to stand
trial for whatever it is, or the accusations.
Yeah.
We don't know. There's a lot of we don't knows in this, and I apologize. You can only tell what you what is accurate, and that's what we know at this point.
Yeah.
We'll keep you very much updated on all this as it develops, as it becomes a big story there out of Meridian, Mississippi.
We don't know, Christy. We hadn't heard anything.
There was
So
a
I'm
rumor.
not sure,
there was
and that's
rumor.
what I was going to ask. Is there a rumor that something had happened, or did something like that happen and they were looking for the person? Haven't heard anything.
As soon as we know more,
Man.
we'll update on that. Thank you so much. We'll be right back. We're going back in history to look at some weather. We got all kinds of things happening. And we're not through. Burglaries, things going on, thump in the night. Yep, we got that and so much more. Bittersweet Crossroads in downtown Enterprise has new hours for summer. Monday through Friday, 8 until 5 p.m. and Saturday, 9 until 5 p.m. A great sandwich shop where they make their own honey mustard. Come try a sub or wrap today. They make some of the best homemade frozen custard with hot fudge drizzle. For specialty coffee, frozen custard, sandwiches, and ice cream, it's Bittersweet Crossroads, Highway 11 South, downtown Enterprise. 601-453-4009.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, located at 910 Posey Avenue, has tons of lawnmowers to choose from. A big selection of zero-turn lawnmowers, power washers, and even barbecue grills. Step inside the store and see their complete line of Liberty safes along with those Browning safes. A large selection of Louis Vuitton purses along with satin shirts and bead sets. And tons to choose from for the outdoorsman in your household. And always a great deal on any type of jewelry you're looking for. And a private lobby for pawns for your confidentiality. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn.
Downtown Meridian is thriving with a fresh look, and now it's getting a new neighbor. Toyota of Meridian is now open under new hometown leadership. We're bringing automotive knowledge and experience home with a focus on improved customer satisfaction and all new pricing. Toyota of Meridian is excited to serve the Queen City and exceed your expectations.
I'm Trinard Rush, and I want to invite you to Toyota Meridian, where hometown pride drives excellence.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie, as we bring you the headlines the way they happened locally here in the Meridian area there. Jamie says watching from outside London. We don't know if that's London, Tennessee or London, England.
Well, if you're in
Jamie,
England, have fun.
Yeah.
Man, and then Bob wants to know about Harold. We hadn't talked about Harold, but
And for those of you who don't know who Harold is, Harold
Yeah.
is the official mascot of the Clark County Sheriff's Department, Mr. Donkey.
And Mr. Donkey, and he is housed with Chief Deputy Barry White.
Yes, sir.
And he takes care of him. But I think Harold's job now is he is the official transport vehicle, bringing prisoners to and fro from Meridian Police Department to Clark County Sheriff's Department prison. I think
To the jail there.
To the jail, and I think you point out the reason why was it gives them time to think about what they had done.
Absolutely. It's real hot.
Yeah.
You think about, I really shouldn't have done that, and I wouldn't be on Harold's back right now.
And, you know, everybody, the price of gas has gone up, and even if it's just 30 miles, that's a lot. But Barry said that 1 carrot and a quarter bale of hay is all it takes for that.
Well, we've been
round trip.
watching Harold because he ate some stuff there, and he's been a little gassy lately. And some of the
kinda helps.
prisoners have been complaining about the smell along the route, and we're working on that.
If you can get Harold to speed up, it wouldn't be as bad.
We're working on it.
We're working.
Let's go back in history and see what happened on this day as we go back to 1926. You'll remember this name from earlier in the week. My cousin Vinny,
Yeah.
Fred, he was born on this day, but he would also pass away on July the 2nd. So it is so weird how things happen as you're brought into this world. Some years later, you may go the same week, or some I've seen the same day.
What's a ute?
I've heard that name, a
Now,
ute.
You know, that's what Vinny said. It's these two utes that was
Ute.
and it's youths. But you know, Vinny called them a ute.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and he said a ute.
Yeah, what's a ute? Now, you remember he also played the neighbor across the street from Pet Cemetery.
I didn't watch that because it was spooky.
Oh,
I don't watch spooky
You don't
movies.
watch those kind of stuff.
I ain't, a cat come back to life 9 times. I ain't watching it.
It was.
Remember watching it thing about frogs as a kid, and it done me in.
Rodney said MDOT was working on 494 yesterday.
Yes, they were.
Them some good folks out there.
We'll get to that
Man.
headline story also. We haven't finished yet.
Oh.
What's that I smell? It was stout.
It was
We go back to 1941. I can almost hear that music starting.
Dun, 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 dun. I like that show too.
Robert Pine was born on this date, and you'll remember him from being the captain, I think is what his title was there, from
Yep.
Chips. Ponch and John had to answer directly to him. Man, shows were good back then. I sure liked that a whole bunch there. As we go back to 1945, anybody remember watching Barney Miller? Yeah. Well, a guy named Ron Glass was born on this day. He had a major role in Barney Miller.
He's been in a bunch of stuff.
He sure has there. Let's see what else happened. This guy, I'm Just an Old Jukebox Junkie. Britt Gully will know this song. I Can Bring Her Back When I Want to. Oh, that was one of his songs there. Ken Mellon's born on this day. He's a rubber-dubbing in my tub.
Well, I remember the music, but I don't remember his name.
It was a guy sang about a guy that took his wife from him, and he was really glad that he took her. He said, thanks to him, he used to have one job, but now he's got two. He thinks about him every day. He fires up his old truck, and that spring hits him in the back. He's a rubber-dubbing in my tub.
Oh, man.
Oh, and we go back to 1967. This woman was huge in Mississippi.
Oh, yes.
It was the 3rd of June as Bobby Gentry. She recorded today the Ode to Billy Joe. Ended up winning 4 Grammys. She was gorgeous. And ironically,
Yeah.
it was recorded in July, not June, as the song starts out.
Well, isn't that something?
Yeah, it is. All right. We go back to Jonathan Gilbert, who would be Melissa Gilbert's brother. He was born on this date, 68.
yeah.
You remember him?
Yeah, I do.
There's nothing like Mrs. Olson.
Oh, look at that face.
That takes love.
From somebody.
Nails, that was one tough man. That was one tough hombre. And each of you know somebody like that. Whether it's
Yeah.
one spouse or the other spouse that has to put up with somebody, you go, I just don't know how they do it. I just don't know. 1970, this guy can sing. Gary
Yes,
LaVox,
he can.
lead singer of Rascal Flatts. He's a big hunter, believe it or not.
He's got a voice.
Ooh, he can. Praying for Daylight. The list goes on and on of what they have done. Very, very good at what they do. 1970, they would record an album tonight. It would be live from his TV show, and it would be what would make the guy sitting next to him in this picture. He was a singer-songwriter, and he finally convinced old John to record this song. Picked out my cleanest dirty shirt. And when you listen to this song, it paints a picture of someone who is really in a deep, dark state as we go back to remember Johnny Cash and Sunday Morning coming down. And it would be the beginning of launching Chris Christopherson to stardom. Before you know it, he'd been in a movie called Convoy.
Convoy.
Another star is born in just the songs that he wrote. The man is incredible of what he did. And it all started because Big John recorded the song. This woman is pretty. I can't understand her
No, and
because she gets to talking real fast, and I go, do what?
yeah.
Yeah. Anybody remember her from Modern Family? Sophia Vergara? Is that right?
Yeah,
How you
that
say it?
works.
It's close.
I've seen her on a talent show or something like that, but that Modern Family was something. I ain't watch, and I'm going to take a line from Greg. I'd rather watch the public broadcasting
Didn't watch that.
than I
It wasn't my
watch
kind of show. She was also in some movie to where she was arrested and on the run, and a blonde-headed girl was the police officer, and I watched portions of it. I didn't watch all of that.
America. That's right, Rodney. America's Got Talent.
There you go. A lot of you remember Ken Rainey was the first introduction to this that I would have. She's the Queen of the Silver Dollar was the first time I heard him sing. And then they would do another song that was huge in 1976 called The Door's Always Open and the Lights On in the Hall. Dave and Sugar were on the top of the charts in country music. Do you remember that, Odie?
No, I don't.
Come on now.
Kind of like you two for you.
Oh, boy. That was
Nope.
big. That was big.
Never heard of
For us country hillbillies, we sure liked that a lot.
I remember this fella.
Yeah, he went to jail because of tax evasion. They hit him for $200,000, and in 1979, that was a lot of money.
Yeah.
Chuck Berry goes off to jail, holding his own. You fill in the blank.
Well, he also made an appearance in Back to the Future.
Sure did.
Yeah. This is Marvin, your cousin, Marvin Berry. I hope that girl's watching.
As a matter of fact, I sent the picture early so she would know to watch this morning.
Okay.
To let her know that Jessica Simpson was born on this date. And Jessica's done a lot of things, but she's done one thing only that we know.
Yeah.
Something bounced up into her undercarriage.
Yeah. Now, I didn't care for the show.
Nope, but she sure looked
But
good at it.
she sure made a good Daisy Duke.
Yes, she did. It's really all about. Let's look back at the car. Look at the paint on
Look
that.
at the car.
Isn't that just glossy?
That is a great paint job.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Whoever done that was really good at what they
Yes,
did.
I couldn't ask for a better job.
1980 also.
I know this guy.
Do you want to go to heaven? Oh, T.G. Shepherd had a number one on this date with this, as they released it to radio and it went on to become a number one. It was big. Do you want to go to heaven? Woo!
Yeah,
I like that a whole bunch too. 1981, it was a reboot, and I can't remember this big old burly boy's name.
I can't.
But it flopped, and with Fred G. Sanford involved, it was shocking that it flopped.
But you could replace Lamont.
It wasn't the same without Lamont. It never worked.
No, and I give him kudos, and I think it's great. He gave his life over to the Lord, and he felt that show was not Lamont, and he felt that show was not where he needed to be in his life, and I have no issue with that. That's between him and the Lord, and they had a great conversation, and that's where it led to. I hate it for the show because I truly loved that show.
You big dummy.
You big dummy. With Esther and all that, you fish-eyed fool.
That was some great insults that we really liked.
Oh, man. And poor Grady had to go home to Esther.
Yeah, oh. No, wait a minute. The Grady was just, he wasn't married to her. I forget what Esther's husband was. He was a preacher, wasn't he? Esther's husband?
No. I thought it was Grady.
The Grady was just a friend.
Oh.
Well, any man that had to go home to Aunt Esther, whoo,
Yeah.
that man got a stomach of steel, is what we'll say there.
Yeah.
But that was really telling. Now, you get into Red Fox, never listen to his comedy. Y'all don't want to do that.
You don't. Ooh. The G stands for junk.
That's true. 1984, if this is it.
Oh, man.
Who remembers this from Huey Lewis in the News?
He came to Meridian once.
I met him in, I think I was in L.A. when I bumped into him one night. And I knew of him, but I didn't really know him. And we shook hands, and that was it. And he went his way, and I went mine. Then I figured out, he was somebody big.
He came to Meridian
Was he lost?
and went to Peavy's.
Oh, okay, done a tour.
Yep.
We've had a lot of people that used to come through here for that.
Boy, I tell you, Hartley could bring in some people with his equipment.
Sure did.
Man.
We go back to 85. I never watched any of these. Some of you loved it, but the Mad Max series opened up today. It was the Thunderdome.
Yes. I don't care a whole lot for those
Wasn't my thing.
futuristic kind of shows. That just wasn't
Woodrow.
mine.
That was her husband's name.
And he was, okay, all right.
He was always drinking.
That's right.
Because he had to drink to stay with her.
Yeah, kind of like Otis's on Andy Griffin.
Yeah, but
You know,
Woodrow.
He was the only
Woodrow,
one on that show that was married.
Why didn't I remember that? We appreciate that.
Woodrow. Yeah.
Let's see what else happened on today. There's got to be further. 1987. This was the number 2 of this series. Anybody remember? Revenge of the Nerds?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Hit theater. The first one was really fun.
Yes, it was. With that kissing booth.
Yeah, I got lost after about 5 of them. But the first one, I'll give it credit for being great.
Yeah.
Somebody named Booger was in it, if I remember.
Yeah,
Wasn't it?
yeah,
Wasn't it? Okay.
yeah.
1993, Your Love is Better Than Money in the Bank is what he said as we go back for John Anderson. Country Till I Die. And I cannot tell y'all what a gentleman among gentlemen this guy is. I'll give him my thumbs up. He's a good person.
So a good boy.
He is. He's. They don't make him any finer than that. 2004, My Little Whiskey Girl went number 1 by Toby Keith, if y'all remember that. That's when Toby was nice and healthy and before what all happened this year, as we remember Toby Keith. I don't know this guy, but I do know, I've heard the name. I know he's big in what he does. A guy named Drake 2018, he surpassed the Beatles of the most singles on the top 100 charts. I'm not so sure that Taylor Swift hadn't broke this record since then.
Oh,
I think she just did. I could be wrong. Taylor also came out in 19 as the highest paid entertainer, $185 million in 2018. Since then, it's higher than that.
Oh, yeah. Especially this past year, she made that. And
she may have passed Garth's amount of money. We're not real sure.
She's not far from it. If she hadn't, this day in history, it won't come back around for another 364 days.
So what do you got to tell this happened I didn't know about?
So Bob brought it up, and I forgot. And Joe from Oak Ridge Boys.
Oh, yes.
You know, the curly-haired one?
Joe Bonsell.
Joe Bonsell, he was the tenor. He died yesterday. Suffered from ALS, I believe, is what took his life.
Yeah, that's one of our stories that we've got there is he passed away. He was 76, and we certainly hate that. Bobby Sue.
Yeah.
Elvira. And the list goes on and on. The Y'all Come Back Saloon, Leaving Louisiana in the Broad Daylight. They were such a fine group. Joe was a great guy. And we passed condolences to he and his family. 76. That's not that old, y'all.
No, you know, we got more behind us than we do in front of us.
Oh, yeah, that rearview mirror is getting smaller.
Yeah.
You know, the road in front, and it's getting bigger behind, and that happens.
Yeah.
So a look at history there. We'll be right back as we got some more local events that have gone on. You don't want to miss out on this. We'll be right back to tell you all about it. Summertime has arrived, and Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has the exact lawnmower for your need. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have a mower for that. No matter the size yard you have, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, see coleslaw or buttermilk.
Just $41 a month for this new Brother embroidery machine. Buy it local and get instructions for life, service, financing, the lowest price guaranteed, and take it home today at the Sewing and Vacuum Center in Meridian and So Select in Flowood and Hattiesburg.
As the seasons change, so do your clothes, and Garrett Sports Center on 8th Street has exactly what you need. Haybo shirts, long and short sleeve, also Hulk shirts, and America's favorite brand, Carhartt. Whether you need work pants or slacks for church. And nothing lasts like a pair of Carhartt overalls. Maybe it's a set of boots that you need. From box to lacrosse, they have the boot for you. And as hunting season rolls in, they have all the camouflage you need and toboggans to boot. Garrett Sports Center, 3505 8th Street, Meridian. Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your tractor, your motorcycle, or even that lawnmower. They can custom design whatever it is you need. Quality work, trustworthy, Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954. Scotty Ray and Odie, and we just got word just like 30 seconds ago that this gentleman has just now been taken into custody. He escaped from the Wayne County Jail and is now being escorted back to his nice little cell there with a concrete wall. We'll be joining him there. Martin Rawls is his name. We don't know who, what, or how he was captured, but the good news is he's no threat now. That is the most important part of that.
Yeah, he hope he had a fun time on the lam.
Yep, because you're getting more time now for doing that.
Yeah, and I don't know how. We'll have to ask that girl how much longer, something like that.
5, maybe. Yeah, we'll ask her. That's coming up Friday. We'll find out about from her. We had a burglary, and we got another one that we're working on from overnight. But we had this happen Monday night around 3 a.m. Let's pull this up where everybody can take a look. Let's start with this picture here. This is where this is. This is right next to where Sonic used to be, the Magnolia Plaza. This business right here would be broken into, Odie, as we'll see here. Here's the inside glass. And let's just look at that. Look at that right there. You see that?
Yeah.
It's a piece of metal. Let me show you what it belongs to. It belongs to this.
Is that a safe?
It was a drop-off box out front that's used to, if you needed clients. It really didn't house anything other than if you needed to drop a product off.
Okay.
And they took a car and hooked to it and pulled it up from the sidewalk.
Wow.
It was some locksmiths built it and did that. Now, let's go over here and show you the video. Do you recognize her? I know it's a rear view. And as you'll take a look here, let's look at our next picture that we've got. Here's the front, how they got into it. After pulling up the safe, they used the door of the safe to throw through the door to bust it to gain entry. Now, once inside, they would take computers. And what's strange about this is the person that works in there, they're diplomas. They took all the diplomas off of the wall and kept them. Why did you do that? And then they got a lot of products, shoes, things of that nature, and off into the night they went. The Meridian Police Department is investigating that. Now, again, there's been another instance of some sort overnight. I'll have that story coming up today. I got to go do a little investigation. A back door was kicked in somewhere.
You know, Chris said, and I thought it looked like that on there. She put a code in. Did she turn the alarm off?
Well, we can go back. And she's wearing shorts. It's just black and white.
She's putting a code in.
There's something right there. Does that open up the door? Or does
it does something. And
now,
why
also,
do you take diplomas if they're not yours?
Well, also they stole all the cameras from the wall. I forgot to throw that in there.
Yeah.
So a lot of thing there, and this could be.
Yeah, we're not saying nothing.
Yeah. It's a lot to be discovered on this.
No, that's not the Nick and Al's woman.
It's been a lot of speculation of that.
Because she didn't have hair like that. I don't think her hair was that long from Nick and Al's.
Well, it was pulled back.
Okay.
So maybe there is a possibility. There's a lot of folks that say that. Now that one was not an inside job on that. I was there with the folks that worked there for about an hour, and I don't know what that. Yeah, I don't know what this little switch is, and I could ask them. She turns it off, whatever it is. Now, could she have been in that business before? And no, it could be.
Yeah.
But it's not but a couple of employees that work there, and. Man alive. Meanness is what it amounts to. Hey, there was a small fender bender yesterday over by Trucker Supply. Look behind you before backing up is all I can say there.
Bang.
That does happen there. Yeah. Now, here's something special that we want to put out.
Yeah.
One of our deputies has an issue. Dan Boyd. His wife has been diagnosed with cancer, and they're doing a fundraiser for Dan and his family. He's going to have to be off work 8 weeks as they go for treatment in Florida. Keep them in your thoughts and prayers, and if you can give anything to help out with this family as they're going through this, the Benevolent Association is jumping in and helping out. It would be extremely helpful to them during this. A very, very, very serious matter as they go for treatment.
That is, and let me tell you, Dan has worked his butt off. He is
he's a good man.
Jam-out good guy. And he puts on a uniform to protect every single one of us every single day that we can live in a safer area. And now it's time that we stand up and show him a thank you as him and his family go through this. Prayers are needed. Financial help is needed. So let's stand up and do for him what he's done for us.
That keep them in your thoughts, and if you can, we would appreciate you helping out if you can on that.
Yeah.
Already 7:58. We'll be right back. We got more to go. If you haven't called in that birthday yet, or sent it to us, let us know. You still got a little time to get that in. Some more headlines, birthdays, and we also got a good message from the Lord up above.
We got that coming, and now we're talking about Sheriff's Department. I want to say this real quick. As a big thank you out there to Sheriff Ward Calhoun.
He buy you a biscuit or something?
No, maybe he will. Yesterday morning, we had some things take place. We had a meeting at a little after 9, and a little before 9, I got word that the room we were to meet in is no longer available. And I'm sitting here going, I need a place. And so I sent a text to sheriff and said, can you help me? I need a room. And he said, I got you covered. So we were able to meet over there at his place on a very short notice. And I just want to say thank you, sir, for helping us out on that. That was very much needed in a very quick time.
Absolutely. We appreciate that. We'll be right back.
Tired of buying cars with no warranty? Are you worried about your car breaking down? Come see us at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, the only dealership in Meridian that gives you a 7-year unlimited mileage powertrain warranty on qualified new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. Buy with confidence. We'll take care of you for 7 years, new and used, at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Mow, dig, haul, trench. The reliable Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor is highly capable. A mission makes for easy operation and versatile attachments that help you handle the job. The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
J&J Tire and Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes, with the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian. Patrick Allen Companies has a wide selection of garage doors that will fit your style, add value to your home, and add curb appeal to your neighborhood. Patrick Allen also has top-of-the-line, energy-efficient replacement windows that will make your home look great while saving you money. We're family-owned and operated, and we take pride in our work. 5305 Highway 145 South in Meridian.
For all your garage doors and replacement windows, call Patrick Allen Companies. Safety, service, satisfaction.
Some 10 or 11 years ago, I went to the University of Alabama and graduated with a certificate from attending the accident investigation class. They gave me a certificate, and I ended up getting a little degree there from Alabama, and I felt good about it. And a lot of folks feel if I'd gotten that from Mississippi State, I'd been smarter. It was the quickest I could get there to get to class. But what we have here, after I done my initial analysis of the situation and found the root cause, as we showed up on the scene yesterday, I did, and I was behind the fire truck there, and I could smell something strong, Otis. Woo! It was hot.
Yeah.
What we have here is a dump truck that overturned, and most likely, of glancing at it, was a tire went off the edge of the road, and when come back up on the highway, it lost control, causing the vehicle to flip. Now, do I have that for insurance purposes in writing? No, but that's what it looked like, of where it eased off the road and it tried to come back on and flip. We go to Sicalina for our first view of this, and we'll show you some video of what it looks like here. Lauderdale County dump truck, and this is what had the airish smell that was coming on.
Yeah, the aroma was in the air.
Going to need a new windshield, and we're thinking maybe a mirror.
Yeah, need a new passenger side mirror.
Had a small leak there, nothing major going on there from fuel. The driver was A-OK, believe it or not. Walked out of that without a scratch, and we're thankful for that. Let's do a blow up here where you can kind of see of what it looked like. Can't smell it, but you can almost imagine while you're there.
That's a good thing.
Because it had chicken manure in the back.
Yeah, you know, you better go. It's not a scratch and sniff.
It was. I held my breath. I'm not gonna lie, as I took this video, because I got kind of close and I went.
You got to be careful, because you hold your breath too long, you can taste it.
Yes, you can. Here's a scene, the look at it from the highway yesterday. As you can see, the truck's been well maintained there. No leaks or anything underneath it.
Yeah,
you don't always get to see that view.
No, usually you use a lift if you need to get on that side.
Absolutely. But again, at the end of the day, everybody was okay. The truck overturned. accidents do happen. The driver was okay, and we're thankful for all of that. I joked about the smell, but it really was strong.
Yeah, it was. And let's take this time because a lot of people were bringing this up. Why is a Lauderdale County dump truck hauling chicken manure? So when you've got topsoil is not cheap. It's not the easiest to get because it's not as readily available as just good old dirt. So you take some chicken manure, mix it in with the topsoil, and when you go work on the side of a road, on a ditch or something, you put this out with that mixture, and the grass grows quicker. It stops the erosion, which saves the county money because you're not having to go back out there for erosion, and it's free. The guy who's got the chicken farm over there, he cleans his chicken coop out, and it's off to the side, and if they'll come get it, he'll give it to them for free. So now they're not having to buy any kind of fertilizer. It's saving the county money by making the topsoil go longer, and it's helping get grass growing quicker. So there was nothing wrong, nothing illegal. He was doing nothing out of the way by going to pick this chicken manure up. So a lot of people had some questions about that. But.
I bumped into Stanley Lucky yesterday morning. He was busy, usually holding a fire hose when I bump into Stanley. And, well, here it is again. Tree on fire. Let's take a look at this, Odie. Boy, this is when you light a fire, how quickly, look at that fire all the way up there. Again, the guys with Bailey got this fire put out quickly. We want to say thank you to them for what they do, of all the folks that jump out and do this quickly to make sure the community is safe there.
Yeah.
All right, we need to do some birthdays.
Ooh, we do.
You ready to do a few?
Time. I guess we are, because we don't have that many, but we do have a few, and for the few that we've got, it is a special day for them, and we'd like to recognize them on their special day. And so Rick Wilkerson, the big 5'3" today over at the Taylorsville O'Reilly that's watching us from over there. Thank you for spending your morning with us. Nick Love, Captain Love from Meridian Fire Department. He's almost there. One more year, but he's just 39 today.
Just 39?
Just 39. Charlie Agent, 4 years old yesterday. Jessica Smith, 44 today. Then Sue Blyer's having a birthday. Tina Crayola's having a birthday. Linda Gibson's having a birthday. And Scott Seals is having a birthday. And Scott Shirola is having his 20th anniversary today. Now, you didn't name your wife. You just said your name. But he didn't give his wife's name in there. So let's hit that there go button. And look at there. Captain Nick Love of Meridian Fire Department for his 39th birthday is winner
of the
Hyundai of Meridian Scotty Ray Report coffee mug. Take that big old red truck with the lights on it down to Hyundai of Meridian and go in there and pick your cup up there, Captain.
We may need to spend a little bit more time next year focusing on firework safety there. We go to South Carolina.
No, that's how you thin out the people that need to be thinned.
Yeah, this was thinned, to say the least. We go to South Carolina for this, and we'll go to Daily Mail to show you a picture before what happened. This is a guy here who was very much enjoying the 4th of July. Dressed for it, he might have had a few drinks. And for entertainment, he decided to set the firework on top of his head to entertain the guests in the subdivision.
He entertained them, all right.
Yep, it was over after that. When the firework went off, he was instantly killed.
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't.
Oh yeah, he's graveyard as they word it. Yeah. He was instantly killed as soon as he lit it. He was killed by that. You cannot stress firework safety enough. Wow, and we also had it was a young girl, I think she was 11, that lost a hand. And I don't understand how you get these two things mixed up. She thought it was a firework, and it was a piece of dynamite. And it was lit and blew her hand. Wow. She lost her hand to it.
We still get every now and then a call. Someone has found dynamite in a shed that Granddaddy had or something. And I'm just going to tell you, if you find it, you're not in trouble. You're not going to get in trouble. There's nothing wrong with possession it out there. But it could be very unstable, very dangerous. Call us, let us know. We can come out and safely remove that.
And you've never seen anything as funny as Odie and his mom outfit. It just is really entertaining.
Yeah, my bomb outfit's called Greg. Here, grab that right there.
Put it in this container.
Yeah, and when that piece of metal went tunk, boy, he lost all his color.
It'll make you do that.
But you're not going to get in any kind of trouble. But let us come get it, and be safe about it. You're not no trouble. I can't stress that enough. It's no big deal. And it's not going to cost you anything.
No, that's what they do. They take care of folks here in the community.
That's what we do.
It's your turn to go get the dynamite. No.
You go get it. I did it last time.
It's really funny behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah. Where's Odie? He's way over there.
He's going to call you in a minute.
Yeah. Oh, man, I tell you what. A call that we need to make every day.
Yeah, I call you whenever they do that and say, if you answer, I know you made it out. Whew, everything's safe now. I'm not joking. I've done that before.
Yeah, that may be one I might not answer.
There was a threat in the building. I called Odie. I said, you alive?
I am for a minute.
We need to leave y'all with a good word, and we do appreciate each and every one of y'all watching this morning. As always, there has to be something bigger than we are, and there is. He's up above, and Odie's got a word from that little message there.
So let's go to 2 Timothy 4, verse 4. And they shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall be turned into fables. You know, we're living in those times where wrong is right and right is wrong. And the only way that we can protect ourselves is to look at the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, ask Him into our hearts, and have Him show us the truth and the way. And we know the only way to heaven is through God and through the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. We'll be back in a little less than 23 hours to start your Thursday. Have a wonderful day today. We want to say thank you for spending your mornings with us. We couldn't do it without you. But one thing we want you to always know, we love you, and we want you to have a wonderful, safe day.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.